Joel.
Hey, Rosebud.
Do you want to figure out how to have a better life?
I would love to figure out how to have a better life. How do we have a better life?
It's not IQ. It's not money. But there's one trait that has been predicted to give success, health, and happiness across a lifetime.
What is that?
Discipline. It is a study-backed key to a better life. You want to find out how?
I would love to find out how.
Stick around. We'll talk about it.
I love that. And to the Do We Have To crew, welcome to another wonderful episode of Do We Have To, a marriage podcast. I'm your host, Sean.
I'm Emily.
This is a Not Actual Family Studios production. Executive producer, Colin Schmedium Naskell. Assistant executive producer, Seamus Michael Miller.
Yeah.
And we got a wonderful show for you guys today. As Emily had just mentioned with that wonderful hook that she gave you guys, we're going to be talking about discipline. We've been focusing on self-improvement. And today we're going to dive into the proof behind that, right? We're going to be talking about the statistics and how discipline leads you to a better overall version of yourself and ultimately which leads to a better life.
Yeah, for you and your partner.
Absolutely. Leading it back to marriage, right? You have a disciplined individual life. You have a disciplined relationship, you have a disciplined family, you have a better life.
Yeah.
Yep. And on top of that, today, we're also going to have some wonderful 90s nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be getting deep with Emily and I.
Yeah, it was Maeve's turn to pick a card.
Yeah. And Emily actually got to, we started our favorite part of what is upcoming of fall together as a couple last night in bed. And what is that, Emily? And it's not sexy time.
No, it's Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks season for Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Even though we're Kansas Cityans, we're Kansas City fans through and through.
Yes.
Even though Buffalo hates us, I actually really like Buffalo. I don't mind Jaron Allen at all.
I might be. The thing I love about that show is that it goes so much deeper than just the game.
Yeah.
It's about the people, and you forget what team they're covering sometimes because you get to know the person. And I love that. I love football in general, but like everybody's back at camp. Everybody's in it. The Chiefs are up at, unfortunately, they're at Mo West. Unfortunately.
That's Emily's alma mater's rival.
I mean, as a Bearcat, you just hate that. But, we're also still in full swing of baseball. So we've got...
Royals won tonight.
I know. That was awesome. So we've got baseball and football's back.
Fuck you, Boston.
Our kids are
Just
back
kidding.
in fall sports. Everybody that tried out made the teams. We're super proud, super excited. We're ready to go. We just need school to start. But we've got a new episode of Quarterbacks to watch.
Yeah. New season.
A new season, sorry. And then, Hard Knocks and all of that. It's just...
And Wednesday just came out today.
Oh, did it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Part 1 of season 2.
I love fall, and I am so here for it.
Absolutely. And then, the show was great. Emily and I watched it last night. And to her point, and Emily, I don't know if you know this, because you were still, when did the first one come out? 2000, 2001, maybe even 99. Either way, you were maybe 13 years old. And that was one of the first docuseries that was turned into an annually episodic show, and they've grown upon that. It is
because
really
they have
fantastic.
the one on the draft now and everything too, which was super cool.
Well, and now the show's even turned into, they do a middle of the season version of it where they're following a conference and they're doing a docuseries on that. But it was really enjoyable, and I actually there wasn't an individual on the Buffalo Bills that I didn't enjoy listening to or learning more about their lives. So,
yeah. You know what else we started watching that I was really kind of thrown because I enjoyed it?
What was that?
Was the wrestling docuseries.
Oh, Unreal. There's just a lot of TV out there that's really good. But if you do quarterbacks or those formatted type of shows, I am a pro wrestling fan. I've been a fan since I was 4 years old. My dad took me to my first show. I've always loved it. Emily has not been, but when you marry somebody who's a wrestling fan, unfortunately you have to have exposure to it. But they did just come out with a show called Unreal, and it's all about the creative, meaning how they script it and create the storylines and how the wrestlers do,
because spoiler alert, wrestling's not real.
Well, it is. See, that's the thing. And I don't think people understand this. It is predetermined outcomes, but there's definitely a lot of real physicality that happens and people get hurt. It's a real thing. People can be paralyzed from it. Those three. So it's when I hear it's fake, I would disagree with that respectfully. But everything is predetermined and is very like they're making movies, there's storylines, good versus evil. It's all the natural, like very baseline foundational storylines that people enjoy. Yeah. And there's a lot of good TV out there. So highly recommend, if you haven't watched Hard Knocks yet, go out there, watch it. It's worth it. Josh Allen seems like a really good dude. He just married the girl that was just in Sinners.
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, she's great. She's got a hell
of a voice. She's in a lot of other stuff besides just.
She was in Bumblebee. She was in Pitch Perfect. What else has she been in? You're right. She's a great actress. I didn't mean to do, but this was probably her best role so far.
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me, but awesome. I enjoyed that movie.
Because it was a good-ass movie, that's why. Highly recommend. If you haven't seen Sinners yet, go out and see Sinners. It was a great film.
It wasn't scary. I think that's why I am okay with it.
But yet it was I guess, kind of technically a dramatic horror movie for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, so I mentioned, obviously, we're talking about Hard Knocks. That actually, I think, started in the late 90s or early 2000s. Mm-hmm. It's a very nostalgic series.
Yeah.
We get nostalgic.
You do.
Emily and I, especially myself, this is more me than Emily when we were coming up with the idea with the marriage podcast. Obviously, as you get older and you're a married couple, you like to reminisce.
And the fact that our kids tell us we're from the 1900s on a daily basis.
From the 1900s. Emily and I are babies of the 80s.
Yeah.
We were children of the 90s.
Yes.
So we got to enjoy everything before social media took over and, technology kind of really took over our lives. So we like to go back and revisit that. Yeah. And we like to coincide it whenever the week of the show is. So right now, this week has been, I think, what was it on Friday? Was the first last Friday?
I have no idea.
First? Either way, I've been working over the entire weekend, but essentially from August 2nd or 3rd until August 8th or so, we did a kind of a deep dive into what was going on during that time. And there was actually some pretty significant events that I know the events. I just didn't know when they happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, none of it seems very positive.
Well, but it was a huge thing when you were a kid. So if you're a 90s kid, right? August 2nd, 1990, beginning of the Gulf crisis. Yeah. So when Iraq invaded Kuwait and the U.S. got involved, and then you had Desert Storm. Like there's probably isn't a kid that is our age.
No.
Right? And even younger than us or some older than us, that was a significant time in American history. There's been multiple movies after it, obviously. It was just a major event that occurred. We kind of had a second act to that when it came to after September 11th, going back to Iraq.
We sure did.
Well, I guess we didn't go to Iraq. We were in Kuwait. But either way, the conflict with Iraq, I guess, continued on in the early 2000s. But huge thing. Very televised, too.
It kind of just totally reshaped.
Did your parents watch the coverage of it on the news? Like, that's what I remember the most about it.
I think they did.
Okay.
If they did, we weren't in the
you were
room.
2 years younger than me. So at the time, you were only 4 when this started. I was 6. So I do have some faint memories of watching the coverage of it where I feel like that just missed you. You know what I mean?
But we also didn't really watch the news and stuff because it wasn't very positive. And so
yeah. My 90s nostalgia?
We just didn't stick around for that. My mom watched that at night after we went to bed, the 10 o'clock news, not the 5 o'clock news.
Sure. No, that makes sense. But obviously, major, major, major historical event. Because on August 2nd of that year in 1990, Iraq invades Kuwait. They ignited the Gulf War. That affected Middle Eastern politics, which obviously the U.S. is involved in. August 3rd, U.S. announces a major deployment to the Gulf in response. Mm-hmm. Then Kuwait's cut off by evading Iraqi forces. So they essentially evaded in the entire country, which we were aware of. And then on August 6th, the United Nations Security Council imposes a comprehensive embargo on Iraq. Just a classic, hey, if you're going to do something we don't agree with you doing, we're going to fuck with you economically.
Pretty much.
And, that kind of started some of those major, like what we see now modern wise. You're seeing it right now. There's a lot of geopolitics happening with the tariffs and sanctioning what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. These are some of the things we started seeing as a kid. You know what I mean? It's not that it didn't happen before. It's just from a media perspective of televising it, that is definitely something we experienced initially at a worldwide level as kids.
Yeah.
You didn't because you were 4.
No.
I remember though. I was 6. I don't know why 6 matters, but I do fucking remember a lot.
Well, probably because like you're old enough to actually remember
that crux
something.
Of like self-awareness. Probably. Yeah. Yep. Also, another big thing, I didn't even know. I don't remember.
I've never heard of this.
The birth of the World Wide Web. I just know like 97, 98 when it was like, and we talked about this on last week's show, dowehavето.com. You can also watch us youtube.com/@dowehavето, a marriage podcast. Our previous week's episode, we were talking about instant messaging the week prior in the 90s became a thing. During this week, it was actually the World Wide Web itself in 91.
Yeah.
So Tim Berners-Lee publicly announced the World Wide Web project and software on a news group, essentially launching the web as we know it. The first website was info.cern.ch, which went online shortly after that event, that news launch.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
And then August 6th, news of the innovation began spreading, making a fundamental shift in how information would be shared globally.
But I don't think it was like in homes yet.
Well, you got to remember, this is World Wide Web. So there's like, I don't want to say intranets, but there was like internet where you can go and get information. But this is where you're talking about a spider web across the entire world of being able to connect and do those sorts of things. That's what it kind of started at.
Yeah, it's all like above me. I don't understand.
Oh, I'm not saying I understand I'm just saying
it's like I don't want to know how it's made, but I know that it's there.
But that's what changed everything. I mean, think about how much the internet and access to information, whether it's correct or not, has affected and shaped the world as it is today. That's kind of that launching point that started.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Skynet's real. It's a Terminator reference.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
Can I tell you the one event, though, I'm most excited about? And it is my mission to find it's easy to find the video. I'm going to download a copy of the video, and I'm going to ask Uncle Colin, our executive producer, to cut it in as we're explaining this whenever he feels deeming to.
Is it because we watched SummerSlam this weekend with Sheamus?
You know, the crazy thing is like, I'm not even watching it. Like, he's intently like, hey, we got to watch SummerSlam. And then you and me sit down and we kind of go through the matches with him and stuff.
But you guys didn't watch it. You like fast forward through the end.
It's because there's 2 days of it and we were 2 days behind and I was working a merger and there was no way we were going to be able to sit down and watch it. So we watched the 2 main events.
Wasn't fun?
Well, we get to see the ending of the match. That's the best part of the match. Besides the matches are great. But as like a wrestling fan, you want to see how it ends, right? And that's always typically when the big spots happen. And you love the intro, the music, fireworks, all that sort of stuff. Not every match you want to see the whole thing. But we did watch the main events.
Sure.
But SummerSlam happens around this time every year.
Yeah.
And probably the most memorable SummerSlam event for me, at least, what happened in 97 on August 3rd, which I was in North Carolina at the time. So I was 13. Or no, I was 12 going on 13. I hadn't turned 13 yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, which was steadily becoming one of my favorite wrestlers. He just had transitioned.
He's the guy with the beer, right?
He's the guy who likes to drink beer. He's got a bald head and a mustache goatee.
Okay.
Sound familiar?
I think so, yeah.
I don't model my look after Stone Cold, but...
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
I was making a joke of myself. Anyway, he just started becoming a good guy. For the longest time, he was a bad guy when he was in WWF. He was on a transition to be a good guy. He was on a good guy run. You get to SummerSlam. He's going to win the Intercontinental title, which is essentially you have the world title, you have the Intercontinental title. This is back in the 90s. And you have the tag titles. Mm-hmm. That's it. There's three sets of belts, essentially, right?
That seems so simple compared
as opposed to what it is now. Yes, it's overly complex, convoluted if you ask me, but it's a way that they have so much talent and they have so many shows.
Everybody has a belt for something.
There's
I don't even understand.
There's like 7 or 8 titles now.
You have a belt for having a belt.
So this is a time where it was more pure, right? You had your top guy, you had your guy that was in the middle, but like the mid top guy, and then you had a team that were the best. That's it.
Okay.
So he goes and he wrestles a guy by the name of Owen Hart, which I know folks in the Kansas City area are very familiar with because he actually died in the ring in 99, I want to say, or 98. In Kemper Arena. He fell from the ceiling, landed, I think, his chest on the corner ring post. Do you remember that at Kemper Arena, Emily, when that happened?
Sure don't.
You don't remember that?
No.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
but I was not ever watching wrestling when I was growing up.
Well, I had the pay-per-view on, but you don't see it.
We also never watched a pay-per-view.
But anyway, he fell. And a little sidebar story on this.
That's very sad.
When he was falling, I guess as he was falling, there's, the referee below and people. I guess as he was falling, he was telling him to get out of the way. Like that was his last.
Oh, he was trying to save people.
Yeah. It was on a documentary I watched. There was a guy who was like, I guess he was saying, get out of the way. And he landed on his chest. He pretty much died instantly. I mean, they announced him dead when he got there. But anyway, Stone Cold wrestled him. Mm-hmm. They're in the middle of the match, and it's a good match. It was predetermined that Stone Cold was going to win this match by giving him a Stone Cold Stunner, which is his finishing move. However, there's a spot where they're kind of running the ropes. He flips him. And as he flips him, and you're going to see it here, unfortunately, there's a move called a pile driver. And that's where you hold an opponent upside down. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to protect their head and their neck with your legs. So you don't actually slam their head into the ground. You're protecting it by holding it with your thighs. And as you drop, it looks like there's an impact, yet they're not hurt.
Got it.
His head was too low. He didn't have a good grip on him. He drops and he immediately lands on his head. And if you listen to him interview about this, he went paralyzed for an extended period of time.
Jeez.
Kind of comes to and gets kind of feeling back. And he does the shittiest roll-up I've ever seen in wrestling history. A roll-up is when you kind of like pull a guy over onto the ground, roll him up, and you get a 3 count. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. But he won. And I remember even at the time, I didn't even think anything of that. I was
he still won?
This is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, he won the title.
Okay.
But he ended up almost breaking his neck. I love that I have all these notes, and I out of memory just went through that whole thing. I didn't even have to go through it, right? But he suffered basically a partially broken neck, like a fracture of the neck.
Jeez.
He was out of ring for several weeks, but the cool thing was about him being out of the ring, he's saying he did end up keep wrestling because he didn't have a true break.
He just had to have like a brace on or whatever?
No, not even that. So he just didn't wrestle for a period of time. I want to say like a month. But during that period of time while he wasn't wrestling for a month, like when I say he wasn't wrestling, he would do some spots, meaning he would go and he'd fucking kick somebody and give him a stunner. Most of it was talking.
Got it.
And because of this, he ended up gaining even more popularity.
Okay.
And he ended up being an even bigger deal because like he was doing promos and he was talking and he was just doing a bunch of shit talking and people loved it, including myself. And that's what ended up kind of leading him to being the main anti-hero and one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time.
That's awesome.
Right?
I'm surprised it wasn't a Hulk Hogan tribute because he passed away.
There was. They did the 10 bell ring or whatever.
I'm surprised like you didn't talk about him. Like
we did talk about Hulk a little bit, I guess, on the show previously.
Did we?
A little bit. Yeah, it's kind of a weird time. Well, and what were we talking about when that all happened? Oh, we were talking about the Kiss Cam couple. At the Coldplay concert, which, by the way, if you'd like to learn anything more about Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot, the folks that were executives at a company that decided to have marital affairs and got caught at the Coldplay concert, you can listen to, we have an episode on that at dowehavetoCom, youtube.com.
We had some fun.
Do We Have to, a marriage podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that unfortunately we were focused on that. But rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. They actually had his funeral today or yesterday, I believe. You know his daughter didn't attend?
I didn't know he had a daughter.
He has a daughter and a son, Brooke Hogan and Nick Hogan.
Yes.
She did not attend, but she went to the beach where she used to go with him when she was little and spent time with her kids there. Oh. I guess she does not get along with her mother.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but yeah, no, she had a post about it. It was really nice. And there was a picture of him like when she's like Maeve. And he's leaning over with his head near her. And it's like Maeve's age, which means, it was just the realization of like, yeah, Maeve's going to look back at a picture like that one day when I'm not here. And I was like, yep.
Speaking of Maeve, it was her turn to pick our deep card.
Fucking fantastic transition. Good job.
Thanks.
And you prevented me from crying. So thank you.
Well, I mean,
it is a deeper card, right?
We don't need emotions on this show.
I don't know. I like to get emotional every once in a while, but I like getting deep with you more.
Yeah.
Let's Get Play. Deep is a game Emily and I play every week on the show. So if it's your first time Do We Have to crew listening, thank you so much for joining the Do We Have to crew. Let's Get Deep is a game by Relatable, and it was featured on the show Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
The friend version.
Yeah, but there's still, there's multiple versions. You can get at Target, Amazon, whatever retail store you pretty much shop at. There's 3 types of cards, Icebreaker, Deep, and Deeper. Emily and I go through one of each week on the show, and we are going through Deeper this week.
We are.
What did our wonderful 6-year-old pick out for us? Give it a background on this. Seamus picked one out, our assistant executive producer on the show, and then the other 2, it was going to be a full-on Miller fucking mutiny if we didn't let the other 2 pick. So.
Hell Hath No Fury as 2 girls who got left out of the parent question game.
Well, in Seamus's defense, he's the only one that helps us set up the studio.
He does. So he loves doing it too.
He does.
It's so fun.
Uncle Colin, his godfather, Uncle Colin, our executive producer, would be extremely proud of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the card she picked was, when was the last time you cried?
What?
When was the last time?
That's one she picked?
You cried.
I feel like she's doing it to fuck with me.
I feel like you almost did just now.
I did, almost. But I knew you know where I'm going with this, right?
No.
Because I did it in front of you. Do you remember? I want to say it was 3 or 4 weeks ago.
I don't remember.
Do you want me to go first?
Or you go first, because
So I got home from the movies. You remember when I took him?
Oh, God. Yes, I do remember. You were very
It was
upset.
Horrific. I took my Aunt Kathy. Love you, Aunt Kathy. She's been a mom to me since my mom passed away. It's my mom's sister. And she's recently, a few years ago, moved here in Missouri, and she lived in North Carolina with my uncle. We loved the movies. That was one thing my mom loved too. It was a huge movie family. And her and I have the AMC pass that you get a few movies every week. And her and I normally go and see a movie together a week. That's our thing.
Yeah.
We went and saw 28 Years Later. If anybody's seen that yet, or if you haven't seen it and you're on the fence about it, I thought it was a really well done movie. It's very well acted. It has a great cast. I did not expect to cry in the way that I did in that movie. And to tee it up, so I get home and I'm telling Emily, so this is the last time I cried. I cried during the movie, but I got home and Emily is asking me how the movie was. And I was explaining to her I really enjoyed it. And then it got to a scene where basically there's a point where, I guess to break down the movie without spoiling it too much, there's the 2 main characters, or 3, there's 3 main characters, a father, a son, and the mother. The mother's sick. And so the father and the son are kind of doing everything to take care of their role in the town that they're in. They're kind of off on an island that's away from the infection. And the mother is in bed all the time. She's really sick. They don't know what's wrong with her because they don't have access to actual medical resources. The son figures out that there's an actual doctor, or a former doctor, that's on the mainland. He sneaks his mother out, gets her out there. They journey to this doctor. And what essentially you find out, unfortunately, is that she is filled up with cancer.
I feel like there's a lot of
she's
spoilers.
going to die. Well, that's an experience, my brother and my father and I had with our mother. And so like there's the whole, it's a whole 10-minute long scene where the doctor, who's played by Ralph Fiennes, the guy who played Voldemort, and he's a Conclave, very famous actor. Yeah. He's the doctor, and he's explaining to her like, you're gonna die eventually. And then he tells the kid to give his mom a hug. She gives him a hug, or he gives her a hug, and then he shoots him with a dart, and it's got like a calming medicine in it. And then he takes the mom, and he goes and euthanizes her. And then he, I don't know how to explain it, but he doesn't. I
feel like you just told the whole movie.
That's fine. I'm explaining in the last.
For
I'm
no spoilers, you gave all the spoilers.
I know, that's true. God, Emma would beat me up right now.
Yeah.
But he what do you call it? He didn't cremate her, but he basically burns her body down until there's nothing but a skull. Gives the kid the skull. He goes, go pick a place for the skull to be. And the kid walks it all the way up to the top of this pile of skulls, and the sun's coming up. And he points, and he points the skull towards the sun, and he tells his mom, hey, look at the sun. I can't do it. I'll cry right now. It's insane. If you get an opportunity, I didn't give that much of the movie away. It's just that particular part. Oh my gosh. And I was just hardcore gut crying. And I don't like getting upset in front of Aunt Kathy because I don't like her to worry about me. So I literally held it all in, and there was just tears streaming down. But you saw how I was when I explained it to you at the house. That's the last time I cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last time I cried was also watching a show, the We Were Liars show.
We Were Liars. Which one's that?
It was the one where you got mad because you said that you weren't a piece of meat.
It wasn't. Oh, I don't remember that.
I don't even remember.
That was the time we were supposed to have sex. We were getting the kids ready, and then you were watching a TV show, and then Maeve was up, and I was like, this isn't going to work. And I got real pissy about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember, but I don't remember what the show's about.
It was a book first, and the book completely destroyed me. And then I was so excited for the show, and the show destroyed me all over again. It's about these teenagers, their cousins, like their family, and they go to this island every summer, and the Sinclair family.
It's like Rich People Island?
Yeah, like they own the island, and
got it. Okay.
It's just it's just an incredible story.
What was it that made you cry, though? Obviously, something invoked a response. Kind of like I was saying, like about the mom having cancer.
This
and
girl, like the main character, you feel like it's all four of them, like having the time of their life. But what you don't understand is that there's only one.
What do you mean?
And the others are...
They're dead?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
And she
who's
hasn't
in the
let them go.
Who's the actress in the show?
You don't
know the actors and actresses?
No, but
oh my God, that is unsettling. I did not see it going that direction. What was it called? We Were Liars. This was a book, I assume, before the show?
And then there's a second book called Family of Liars, which I'm super excited because the show kind of plays into the book of that one as well. So clearly they're going to do another season, hopefully. And then there's a third book coming out this November.
How many episodes is it?
I don't know, like 8 or 9 or something.
I want to watch it now. That is fucking intriguing. So was it when you found out they were dead that invoked the...
No, because like I knew what the story was. It's just it's what she goes through and how she finds out and how her family handles it and how she chooses to move forward and let them go. And
Jesus. Yeah, I could see that.
Learning to actually say goodbye to somebody.
Yeah.
When they are very much real and very much there with you at all times.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a great story. It's a great story. It's a great book.
Would you watch it again?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, I'll watch it with you then. I'd really like to.
And I don't cry in TV or movies, but
that's what I was going to say. This is so out of the. I was going to say to the Do We Have to Crew, this is not a normal thing for Emily to have. That's my thing. I typically get cathartic responses of things I've gone through in life.
So like I think because I knew it was happening, like the book completely destroyed me the first time I read it, and then.
But then you even though you knew it was happening, obviously the show was so good, it still invoked a response.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you feel everything that she feels.
And here I was just worried about taking it up to the closet and having my way with you. with our Santa Claus's garden candle.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm sorry about that. I owe you an apology. I'm sorry. Here you going through a cathartic life response, and I was just worried about taking you upstairs.
You were mad that I was just up at 11 o'clock at night watching TV.
Well, we were supposed to have the kids in bed.
I know.
We were supposed to be a team.
Maeve was down here playing around, not going to bed.
Fuck out of me.
Yeah.
That was a good question.
Yeah, she did good. I wonder if she actually could read that card.
Without elongating it too much, you know what I thought? You know what I think the hardest part was about the whole scene for me?
Yeah.
What I thought? I thought of nothing but Connor. And I thought of Connor because the boy was by himself with her and she was sick, and the dad was there and he was helping. The same thing like our dad was there. My mom was sick. He had to work and stuff. And I was at college, which I regret.
No,
being that I should have just came home. No. You can still do college, or you can come home. You can take time off, right?
Yeah.
But I think we were all under the impression she was going to get through it. But Connor had to deal with a lot of like the bad parts before she got really bad before she passed away. Sometimes on his own, and that's all I could think about when I was doing it. So it wasn't even about myself or my own feelings about losing mom. It was while he was getting her to where she was going, and then after he did all of that work and helped take care of her, that she still passed away. It was like, that's all I could think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was like uncontrollably sobbing as I was trying to explain to you the scene. You know what I mean? So that was Maeve did a good job.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah.
And see, guys, that's how, this game, I highly recommend it. Like I said, there's versions with your friends. There's versions as couples. There's cards you can do if you're on your first date. This is something you could do and sit around and have beers with your family and go through these cards. It's a lot of fun, and it does open up a lot of things about yourself.
Yeah, it makes you talk about things you wouldn't necessarily talk about.
Things you don't necessarily want to talk about, but it's the right thing to do. It's healthy, and you get closer and have a better connection with the people you love.
Yeah.
Or you're interested in. So
you know what else gives you a better connection?
What's that?
Are
you trying to segue like I do?
I am, and
you're doing good.
I'm going to fail it. It's doing what we researched together.
It is
as a couple.
Well, and speaking of doing things, when I mentioned doing things you don't necessarily are comfortable with or you don't want to do, but you do them and it betters you. That's what discipline is, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
But before we dive into all of the research, we're going to challenge the Do We Have To crew.
What are we going to challenge them with?
So after you listen to us summarize all of our research that we've done.
Yeah, listen to the backing of why discipline is the approach to having the best life.
Yes. We want you to pick one task, just one thing, and it can be anything that you do.
Big or small.
Yeah, that you do daily, regardless of what's going on, regardless of how you feel, whether you want to or you don't. But you do it day in, day out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And we want you to write down or just like keep a record of all the positives and negatives and see if it proves the theories that we've researched for our topic today.
Absolutely. And go to dowehavето.com. Tell us what that is. What are you working on? And tell us if it helped. I'm going to guess, and I'm going to tell you just from experience, even if it's something as small as walking one lap around a track a day, if you're sticking with that after 30 or 40 days, you're going to get some sort of benefit out of it.
Yeah.
Go to dowehavето.com. We'll give out our socials here at the end of the show today. Let us know how it's going, but we highly implore you to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why does discipline win, Em? And we, obviously we go and we research and we get multiple sources. There was a lot of good information here.
There was. It was a lot of, I'm going to say the place wrong again, but there's a lot of research that has like two major studies that suggest that discipline.
Yeah, there was two. That's the best part about this. To your point, there was two like life studies that happened where they followed people from the time they were children all the way till there. And then there's one which is called the marshmallow test where they studied children as far as like instant gratification versus delayed gratification, right?
Yeah, like the dopamine kind of.
Absolutely,
fix, yeah. But it proves that the discipline that you train yourself to have gives you better success than even like your IQ can give you, like in terms of lifelong success.
Yeah.
So it's the Dunedin.
Dunedin.
Yeah. I can't say it.
Longitudinal sample. And again, when it says longitudinal sample, that means studying, they literally did study people from the time they were children through adulthood. And they specifically had groups that were, exhibiting, doing the mundane, the boring, the things that not necessarily you want to have to do, but they're essential to do, doing those in a consistent basis versus those who did not. And how did that churn out?
They had higher incomes, better savings behavior. They had occupational prestige. They had better physical health and mental health. They had drastically lower substance use and less criminal activity or convictions. And that came from the American scientists for the positivepsychology.com website that did that. And it was...
Well, they just did an article on the study itself. Yeah, the study is a scientific.
But the other sample was... The control factor was the IQ. So they took all these people that had the same IQ, but they did these behaviors.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And the ones that did the discipline control thing had all the better stuff.
I mean, here's the thing at the end of the day, right? It does not matter. The natural abilities don't so much play into overall longevity of success. Mm-hmm. It is your willingness to do the day in, day out things that most people don't enjoy doing because it doesn't give you instant gratification. It is not something that increases your dopamine immediately. It's not a screen. It's not a food you like. It's not those things. It is taking out the trash. It is going on a run. It is learning something. It is all the things that we typically can find excuses to not do or delay, whereas we don't tend to delay the things that give us a quick fix.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is that everybody thinks, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like we're inundated, social media, commercials, all those things about how to quickly fix something. What is the shortcut to being skinnier? What's the shortcut to being smarter? Mm-hmm. How do you do these things, right? And the shortcut is actually what we're talking about, which is the discipline. Because the shortcut gets you to where you want to go. There's no such thing except doing the work. And that's what all of this backing tells you. Yeah. It is, if you do the work day in and day out, the things that everybody's like, well, I know that. Well, then why don't you fucking do it?
Yeah.
You don't do it because it's something that is not easy to do. Right. But hopefully the people that do know that, I mean, we all know what to do, but hopefully by providing everybody with these statistics and information, it makes it easier to understand the overall importance of it. Hopefully more people are successful with it. My son and I, we're doing it from a physical standpoint. We're on 94 days in a row of working out today. And I'm telling you, I'm a hell of a lot better off than where I was 93 days ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I completely. And it's not just physical, right? Could you go into the academic and like just general performance benefits of people who led more of a disciplined lifestyle, meaning they just did the things that wasn't necessarily exciting or things they wanted to do, but they did them and they did them consistently.
For this one, they did that marshmallow test that you were talking about where... I
don't see that.
Wasn't it like if they didn't, like the longer they waited, like...
I was just saying like...
delay of gratification. Like if they were given a marshmallow and they were said like, oh, you can eat this, but just a minute, I've got to go get something and come back and then you can have this.
Right.
So the kids that actually sat there and waited.
Apparently there's a fucking aircraft carrier coming over our home
midnight?
Here. Sorry.
But the kids that actually waited and delayed their gratification, they achieved higher test scores. Especially they had higher SAT scores. They had better stress coping skills. They had higher self-worth. They had less impulsivity. They were also studied as they got older, and they had lower rates of obesity, divorce, addictions, all of that stuff. And the one thing that I found really cool was for the obesity part, every additional minute delayed equals about 0.2 fewer BMI points.
That's crazy.
So I don't know how that equals in pounds, but I just feel like
0.2 is not small though, because I mean, once you get to, that's a fifth of one, right? And I mean,
yeah.
I'm just, because we've been so big on our weight loss journey over the last 5 years, like that BMI has been in my head because I was like in the 80s.
Yeah, like it's drilled in.
Now I'm like 25 or 24 or 23, whatever it is.
My BMI is still considered too high or whatever, but.
Or no, we were like in our 60s. But either way, like, I mean, that's a huge thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I would like to know like what that would equal in pounds.
We need to figure that out. I'm going to get on the Very Well Mind article.
I don't think they.
But either way, that has a positive thing in the health outcomes.
Yeah, well, because if you're in a healthy weight, then the rest of your body is healthy, so that you're able to do the things that it takes to do physical discipline.
Well, it's all about obviously
strength.
Discipline. You create control from that, because if you're doing things that you don't necessarily want to be doing on a consistent basis all the time, you are able to then mentally control how you are handling things. And you're not just a slave to your instincts, and instincts are typically what gives you pleasure right away.
Right.
But
if you have no self-control as a child, that drastically changes how you will have self-control as an adult.
Have you seen that commercial? I sent it to Colin actually, I want to say a month or two ago, where it's a 34-year-old male is laying on a gurney and they're like ripping his shirt off. And they're like, how does a 34-year-old male have a heart attack? And then it starts going backwards in time. And it's like how he's eating. Yeah, you
sent that to the group chat.
Did I send that to the family chat? And it's like how he's eating. And then it gets all the way till he's a baby. Mm-hmm. And it's the baby's in front of the mom and it's crying and she's giving him french fries. And I guess it's like her sister or his aunt right by her. She goes, I can't believe you're feeding this baby french fries. It's the only time he doesn't cry.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's a lifelong choice to be undisciplined. You have to take control of it. And we're two people that are examples of that. God, I was 376 pounds just 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm 169, right? You were over 300 pounds, right? I mean, it's much easier to go that direction than it is to go the other way. And we had to make a lot of decisions with surgery, working out.
Surgery wasn't the answer. It's
just a step in that. I always feel like you do get a little defense. Like when I'm saying surgery, I mean like we made a decision to physically alter our ability to take in food to help us get to the point where we could be more disciplined. There's still people that get to surgery that are fat or gain weight. Yeah. I mean, we've seen it. Watch 600 Pound Life. You can get to surgery and gain weight. It's not hard.
The work, I thought the surgery would be... Like I knew that it wouldn't just be a tool, but I didn't realize how much work it would be daily. Like I didn't think I would be as obsessive about stuff as I was before surgery, but I think I'm even more obsessive about it after surgery because I know where I could go, but I don't want to go back. And the work it takes to stay where I'm at or get lower is insanely hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's what discipline is. It's extremely hard to do. That's why people don't do it.
But that's a crazy thing is anybody can do it. It is just doing it and sticking with it. It's the consistency, right?
Yeah.
It reduces procrastination. It boosts motivation. Mm-hmm. Sense of self. They did a study. This is not the two major studies, but they did a general study that we had found from PMC, which is National Health Institute, is a branch of the National Health Institute. They did a study of nearly 380 college students. The sense of self-discipline strongly correlated with the negatively, meaning strongly negatively correlated with procrastination, meaning higher discipline led to less procrastination, meaning that there was always action happening.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't mean that...
not
sitting around and it's the avoidance.
That's totally could have
lack of discipline
had more discipline in college.
I think all of us had, right?
Yeah.
And this world is designed to kind of put you there. You know what I mean? You have your base things you need to do, and then really you're in avoidance mode for the rest of the time. Higher discipline also predicted stronger autonomous motivation, meaning natural motivation. It mediated about 25% on the effect of procrastination. That's huge. 25% swing if you're being disciplined on procrastinating. That's it's big. So it's really the foundation of everything in the positive direction that you possibly can go.
Yeah.
Yep. They did an experimental follow-up. Merely recalling an instance of feeling disciplined, it lowered the situational procrastination and increased disciplined feelings and motivation of just remembering when you were in a disciplined state. Brought you back, shot you back to life. It was like a quick little shot.
Super strange because that's just you thinking about, like, that's just
a time
you
where you were doing
mentally
things the right
going
way.
into a space.
Yeah.
And then it like
brings you back out of it.
Yeah.
Out of your funk or your fog. And that's what we're in a lot of the times. We're all in this fucking fog. We want to be better.
Like you feel like you need like a complete reset, but what you really just need is to tap into.
Yeah. Absolutely. Also, improvements in happiness, well-being, and life satisfaction. Recent analysis from 2022 to 2024 demonstrate that individuals with higher self-control and discipline report greater life satisfaction, more positive emotions, stronger overall well-being. High self-control also correlates with better education, employment, and financial security. I will say, just thinking out loud here, our financial discipline has been so much better the last couple months.
Yeah.
Even though we're a paycheck to paycheck family, because some of the changes we've made, and it is around discipline of what we're spending our money on and being very specific about what we spend our money on.
Yeah.
And being disciplined in that regard, I have felt a lot less stressed about finances. Do you remember the last time we've really thought about money?
It also goes back to like that whole, like personal statement that we did where it was asking yourself, does this get me to where my life
where do you want to be and how do you want to be? Who
like,
do you want to be? Yeah.
Will this help me get there or will it just be for here and now? And I think that's something that was a big shift for me was, will this help me become who I envision down the road? Will this help bring our family together in the ways that we want it to bring? Will it help us in our mission or will it deter us?
And I think one thing that's caused some separation as far as Emily and I during times in our marriage is like not being on the same page as finances.
Yeah.
But like the inability to really understand, okay, we're not being disciplined here. We're spending money on a bunch of shit. We're not spending money on food and kids events. Like I was saying, like what are the important prioritization things? Kids, education, health, our health, food. And roof over our head and those simplistic things. And that's pretty much about it, you know, and everything outside of that is like, if there's not money for it and
we just don't
do it. And I would say I'm in 40, Emily's getting ready to be 40. We're just starting to do that. But I will say, because we are doing that, even when we're running low on funds, it's like, well, we've done everything we can do. So the stress is completely different. It isn't like, hey, you didn't fucking, we're buying shit. You shouldn't be doing that. There's none of that. It's like, hey, we're getting by and we're buying the things that we're supposed to be buying.
Yeah. I think the other big shift was that we're essentially a single income family now.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've been single income family before and not been disciplined with finances.
No, but like when I had a full-time job,
financial trouble.
When I had a full-time job, I felt like I deserved to buy what I wanted to buy because I was bringing in money. But
I think I had moments of that too, where I was like, well, I bring in the majority of the money, and if I want something, I should get it. No, we're a fucking team. We're a team goal, that family mission statement. Yeah. We did talk about individual and family mission statements in 2 different episodes. Highly recommend that you guys do one. Again, you can go to dowehavto.com or go watch our show on YouTube at youtube.com/dowehavtoamericans podcast. And we have it on our website at dowehavto.com. There's a little form you can fill out, create your own mission statement.
Yeah.
Creating a clear path is very important.
Yes.
not only that, the ability to just be an overall better human being, or just being productive and having good positive purpose, that was obviously affected. Improved productivity and reduced negative behavior. This is big with school settings. So like really trying to not only instill it in yourself, but then model that so your kids are doing it right. What did they say about the in-school settings effect of discipline?
That you had fewer absences, you got your homework done on time, you actually had more time to study, you had less time to watch TV because you had like everything planned out. It wasn't a priority. Your schoolwork was the priority. And then you had more self-control. You had grade improvements over time, which...
nothing to do with what your IQ level was. It was to do with the work you were putting in.
Right. It was all like, you went from a B to a B plus to an A minus. Like the longer you did it, the higher your grade went.
Yeah, no, absolutely. In workplace settings as well. So even when you're in adulthood, right? The conscientious, the top big 5 personality traits correlated with productivity, reliability, and lower rates of absenteeism in the workplace, or even workplace misconduct, was even more predictive as far as being positive for people that were disciplined than just overall mental ability. Meaning how just naturally smart you are. That doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You can be smart. You can be naturally talented. If you don't do the things you need to do that you don't really want to do on a daily basis, you're going to be a loser just like the rest of us. It doesn't matter. This world's full of people with talent.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter.
And the best thing about discipline is that it's something that you can train and work on. It's not something that you're born with and you either have it or you don't. It's something that you can build. And so like that's why we're challenging you to just pick like one thing to do.
Yeah, start yourself off. Don't put too much on your plate. Start working piece by piece.
Small self-control tasks like regulating your posture. Like if you slouch, just when you notice it, like just sit up straight. Regulating your speech, like don't cuss a lot, which is hard for me and you because we cuss like sailors.
I do cuss like a sailor.
But I think for
I have been
children's
overall
sake, we
at
should
work
stop.
doing a lot better about that. But you're right. It is something to be better about.
Exercising regularly, which you always do. I could be better at it. I just exercise a couple of times a week. But like just those general like few things like can lead into others. Like when I do the dishes every day, then I also tend to vacuum every day. And then I want to do a laundry switch every day. Like it's like one of those things kind of just snowballs into each other. And then all of a sudden everything becomes part of your discipline. And you can have just better self-control over time with all of those things.
Yeah. And I really do, and anybody listening to this, and I know this for myself, I think we all strive to want more. I think we have a feeling inside of us that we know we can be better and do better. We got to stop being so hard on ourselves on it and just start taking action. And the action is just think about anybody who's been successful at the highest levels or just locally successful. They're just people that just continued to show up every day and just consistently work day in and day out. It isn't because they had some sort of advantage. There's plenty of people out there that come from money and they're not very successful. They're just resting on whatever they have.
Right.
But the long-term overall success, your Michael Jordans, your Arnold Schwarzeneggers, your Caitlin Clarks, your I'm trying to think, Maya Angelou's, you're just people in general that have been successful. It's because they had a vision of who they wanted to be, and then they worked on that every single day.
Yeah.
In an obsessive way. You've kind of seen how I've been from an exercise standpoint. There really is nothing that stops me. I don't care what happens in life. I will take time away from anything that isn't of importance that I would generally do to make sure that I do it.
Yeah.
And it's been very successful. You know what I mean? You're doing those things too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Not
do you say
to the
like
extreme.
that?
Well, I'm not as extreme about it as you are.
I just think that I don't know. I just don't know. People get obsessed about things. Why not just be obsessed about something that has direct benefit to you all the time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. You're reading I know you enjoy it, but like it is something that helps you.
I won't pick that over something else, though.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's something we can all do, and it's not like the person with the smallest IQ to the person with the highest IQ. We're all on the same playing ground. Like you can outwork the smartest person or the most naturally talented person. Every day they don't show up, and every day you show up and do what you're supposed to do. You're just a step closer or getting a step ahead of them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's either day one or one day.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And guys, and again, you know, in relation to marriage and everything, again, it is so easy, and it happened to us tonight. It's just so easy to, like, when something doesn't go right, just to fall into what's easy, which is getting mad, disagreeing, those sorts of things. Like discipline in marriage is a huge thing too. And if you're pushing yourself to be a disciplined human being, it doesn't mean you're not going to have those things, but you can course correct on them a lot faster. I would say that's probably my best thing right now. Or is for me, it's like I'll get hot like I normally do, but like then I can. I don't know if you've noticed, but like 5-10 minutes, and then I'm back in it. We're figuring it out. You know what I mean? Like that wouldn't have been how it would be before.
Absolutely not.
I'd be upset, and it'd take me a day to figure it out. You know, fair enough. You know, then no, it's 10 minutes, and it's because of what we're doing. It's because of the work we're putting in. And it has nothing even to do with.
Yeah.
We're not going to couples counseling every day.
No.
But I'm going and working out every day. I'm doing things I don't want to be doing. And it's like, as we're sitting there, we're disagreeing about something. And I'm like,
but we know
I don't want to be doing this, but I know I'm just training my mind. I have to do it. So I'm going to figure out how to make it work. And we're going to get in, we're going to record our podcast. We're going to love each other.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's insane, but it's fucking true.
Yeah.
And I really hope people that listen to the show, or just people in general, like just understand that, and we all start working more to get better about it. I don't know. And there's going to be shorts out on this. Our show is going to be out on youtube.com. We're good. We have our socials. Emily, you want to roll with our socials and provide that to the show?
If you are interested in starting with discipline within the physical mindset, you can follow us on Peloton. You can follow Sean at Do We Have To Pod KC, or me, Emily_N_KC. You can join our team, which is the Do We Have To crew.
It's growing every week.
It is. We do challenges. We don't have the top 20 tonight, so I do apologize.
We'll be back next week, guys.
It will.
That's on me.
I guarantee you I didn't make it.
No, it's been a hell of a work week, guys. So forgive me. I just unfortunately did not pull it out. So forgive me. But very proud of the Do We Have To crew and all the work that we've done. I think we're at about 157 hours we worked out as a team last week.
Yeah, it was impressive. For sure. Sorry, it is bedtime. Also, send us some Sour Patch Kid moments. We love giving out some Sour Patch Kids. You can like, subscribe, and share on our social medias at youtube.com at Do We Have To, a marriage podcast. Our website, of course, is dowehavето.com. Instagram, Facebook, and Threads is at do.we.have.to, and X is at Do We Have To Pod, and then TikTok is at Do We Have To, a marriage pod. So give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe, give us a whatever.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, yep.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. Let us know what you're thinking.
Absolutely. Do We Have To crew? I mean, we're all trying our best, but in reality, we all know we can be doing better. And I say that as a man personally, and those things, there's nothing stopping you. You listen to this show, you wake up tomorrow, and you are taking that path towards success of just doing the mundane, do the boring, embrace the pain, do what makes you uncomfortable, and get better from it.
Yeah.
To Do We Have To crew, thank you so much for listening to today's show. Emily, any wisdom you want to impart the crew with before we leave today?
I think I'm just going to repeat. It's going to be one day or day one.
Absolutely. Go out there, go get them. Do We Have To crew. While you're out there and go get them, do your best. Try not to be an asshole. I love you, Rosebud.
Love you too, Dom.
Wake up, I'm about to shake up every little thing, show you all that we can be. Come dance in my club.